Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm Aurélie Baker from Aerospace Valley. I'm the ESABIC South France manager. And since about a year now, we are running a series of webinars in order to present our alumni. And today we are really glad to welcome CMP Composites and Jean-Marie Dedans. And Jean-Marie, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody, to be present to my presentation. Okay, I will present you a CMP Composite. So in first time, CMP, does it mean it's the first letter of French word for design, modeling, prototyping, and now manufacturing, or in French, production. So, okay. First time, why CMP Composite? So the genesis, two of my partners have created CMP Composite because they were responsible of diversification in a big company like Stelia Composite or Roxel. And for them, it was difficult to go all the way on different projects, and there is especially at Stelia Composite, they want to go on serial production for aerospace, so diversification was not their priority. So they decided to create CMP Composite for working on high-tech composite project. So in the team, I will talk about that in a few slides, but we have a big experience in R&D composite, design office, industrialization, prototyping, and now mass manufacturing. At the start of CMP Composite, we want to have a design office, but always with a possibility of prototyping after, to give the possibility to our customer to have inside design office and the prototyping, in correspondence of the studies. Our skills, multidisciplinary know-how. We don't use unique. You don't use only composite, but we use metallic material also. The highlight of CMP Composites is to work on projects with big technicity. It's very important for us. We will see in a few slides that we have a large panels of market, of product, but always in high technicity. So after, it's motivation, performance of our employees and all the team, reactivity, adaptability. It's necessary for doing prototyping and respond to our customer in little time as possible. We communicate always with our customer and give a lot of information of what we are doing, and the team cohesion is very important at CMP Composite. Our company's mission, we always talk about customer satisfaction, but it's very important at CMP Composite, and it's not possible without a performant network partners, suppliers, and the strong of CMP Composite is our employees and all the team. For everybody who don't know CMP Composite, we are near to Bordeaux, in the south of southwest of France. The team, we are 4 partners, Jérôme and Antoine, the 2 founders at the beginning of our story in 2016, And after there is Sébastien, who is coming in the adventure on 2018, and me, Jean-Marie, in 2020. So in this team, I'm the only people don't technique. I'm at the administrative responsible. So all you can see on the bottom of the slide that we have a very performant team, and only 3 administrative. So we have 5 PhD students, 5 engineers, 5 composite technicians, 6 operators, and we have different work study students, and we have self-employed entrepreneurs also. They work with us when it's necessary. Some figures about CMP Composite. We are working a lot of aeronautics, defense, space. It's a historic market of CMP Composite. We are not certificate ISO, so we don't manufacture parts of the plane directly, but we produce tooling, design, prototype. When I wrote FW, is for filament winding. It's only 2 letters. The words are a little bit too long for the presentation. Defense, space, and offshore. Offshore is for blade turbine, and for submarine, drone submarine, and industry for the diverse activity that we have. Our turnover, we have a strong growth since 2020. We can see that the curve of employees increase in the same time of the turnover, and we have a big perspective for 2025, around 6 million euros. Our organization, for me, design office and prototyping go together. It's very, it's the same team who is working on the both units, because our engineer design our product, and they go in the workshop to manufacturing the prototype. So in design office, we have all the capacity of composite, and we talk about our activities. So we do some parts. We go then minus 8,000 meters under the water to 600 kilometers in space. So we have a big panel of product, and in thermomechanical simulation we go minus 253 degrees to 2000 degrees for tactic propulsion part. So we have a large panel of product. We do a choice material. We make assembly with composite and metallic parts. We can do a 2D or 3D design, industrialization. Prototyping, we have a lot of technique of transformation of composite. The first one is filament winding, our specialty. AFP, thermoplastic, and thermoplastic and TP for automatic fiber emplacement, prep glue up, infusion, RTM. We have a machine to machining, 3D printing, and a little bit also in casting for silicone or resin. Our specialty around the tank, we have 2 patents of cryogenic tanks. That is our own product. We developed from 2017 with the CNES for cryogenic storage of oxygen in a type 5 tank. But we have the competence to the skills for develop pressure vessel also. for with tip 4 or tip 3. There is another slide after to talking about our product. And mass production from around 1 year, we have 2 or 3 products in mass production for submarine drones on some parts where they go minus 8,000 meters underwater for connecting between continents, connecting the optical fiber. Our resource, so we have all the software to develop our composite parts. There is a lot of software for filament winding and for conception, modelization, and for coding. And after we can see we have the picture of our filament winding machine. We have another one we will buy, I hope, next week or next month. So we will have another one in 1 year, I think. On the top right, we have our machining machine is 3 axes. In the bottom left, we have our AFP robots. It's a small machine with a plate around the diameter of 700 millimeters, and I think the Z axis is around the same 700 millimeters, and 3D printing, sorry, and all the machine for composite transformation. Some parts that we have manufactured, we can see on the bottom of the picture with the boat. It's a rotor flattener. We have designed all the tubes with metallic parts, composite tubes. It's a rotor. When we have the wind of the side of the boat, it give strong for the boat to move on, or to charging batteries for the real application of on ferries or very big boats. In the top left of the slide, we have a part using in the tactical booster with a temperature around 2000 degrees, or for a small time around 30 seconds. On the right, there is tidal turbines. We have developed the blades on the diffuser. In the middle, we have a wind blade, vertical wind blade, and on the right, it's a part of a machine for fabrication of different products. And on the bottom left is it's support for motors for the I don't remember, wingsuit, sorry, wingsuit sports. The people wants to put 4 motors on his body to fly and with a wingsuit. So we have a large part of market, not only aeronautic, defense and space, but if we have a high technical product to develop in composite, it's for CMP Composites. The filament winding product, so we can see the 2 pictures in the middle, the development of drones, submarine. One go minus 300 meters, and the one of the top of the picture is for go minus 4,000 meters. It's not exactly the design at the end of the development, but we have tried different design. It's not exactly this one with choice by the customer. We have on the top of the left a turbine. On the bottom, it's tubes. We have winding directly on metallic parts. And on the right, it's our first products that we made in mass manufacturing for connecting optical fiber between continents. The slide of our tanks. We are famous in New Aquitaine region for the development of these tanks. It's for cryogenic storage, in first time for space application, for oxygen, principally to around minus 200 degrees. With 40 bar pressure, sorry. It's for, in the first time it was for the Perseus project with the CNES. It's a type 5 carbon tanks, where we can integrate equipment, we can functionalize the coating. We have a carbon base of this tank. And we have, we can see on two pictures, we have integrated directly in the process manufacture the skirts. And we have a lot of development of these tanks for aeronautics application, for storage of hydrogen, liquid hydrogen storage, to go to minus 253 degrees. We want to test new materials to have a better industrialization, and we have to work on the optimization of the mass. So we can see on the bottom of the left of the picture pressure vessel. On the bottom right is the first development with metallic bows. Now we have take the option to make the both in carbon, and we have on the top right the modeling and the design of the tank. They trust us. It's our partner in France, so obviously New Aquitaine region, ADE, Aerospace Valley, ESA, like today, BPI France, and part of our customer as Dassault, Naval Group, CEA, CNES, Alcatel, General Electric, Stelia, or Roxel, and we have few little customer less famous than this one. Thank you. I have finished the presentation. If you have a question, don't hesitate. And if you can speak slowly in English, because you have seen I'm not. It's not my strong point to speak English.
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, the question will be asked by writing. So if you have any question, you have a question box, and you can write down your question. Maybe I have a first one to start. Are you only providing your product to the customer, or are you doing some research project with them?
The both. In general, we are selling our product for a real application of our customer. On the cryogenic tanks, it's a inside research for our own product, and we have different financing for this development. And after we work also with university, technical center for make research with them on find new materials or new application. We love a lot work on research with our PhD people.
Okay, and are you targeting new sector for the future?
New sector activity?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I think you have seen our figures of the strong growth of our figures. So now we try to focus on the sector, the actual sector. But if there is an interesting and high level or technical project to answer, we were present if it's necessary.
Are you going to the moon?
We hope we have a lot of development with there is a lot of startup now with developing micro launching vehicle to go in space, and we work with 3 or 4 startup to go on the first time in the space, second time on the moon, we hope.
Okay, great. So for now, we don't have any other question. Actually, it was very clear. Thank you very much for the presentation. Anyway, if anyone has a question after this webinar, I'm pretty sure I can put you in touch with Jean-Marie. Don't hesitate to send me an email. Otherwise, Jean-Marie, I will thank you for your presentation. Thank you. It was great to have you today. And we will put the replay on our YouTube channel, and you can watch it again if you want to.